The Awakening of the Chosen. Welcome to the Awakening of the Chosen. I'm Gabriel, and today I have a message that is meant for you, the Chosen One. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover the extraordinary journey from rejection to exaltation, a transformation powered by God's divine touch on those He selects. If you've ever felt like the world turned its back on you, if you've questioned your purpose, or wondered if there's a greater plan, this is your moment. Stay with me as we reveal how the struggles you've faced are the foundation for something incredible, something only God could orchestrate. Your time is now, and the power within you is undeniable. Let's dive in. Many people dream to wake up in a house where harmony and tranquility are evident. Imagine a situation in which family members' health is perfect and financial concerns come effortlessly without challenges. Though the concept that a little adjustment in habit might make all of this possible seems like something borrowed from a work of fiction, the techniques I want to share with you today are based on old knowledge, kept and handed down through centuries. Furthermore, bear in mind that these techniques are more than just rites. They are energetic interventions that really change the surroundings in which we live if you are dedicated to bringing these energies into your house. Already in this beginning, we can see the need of a balanced surroundings. When we consider the energy flow in our houses, it's amazing how old customs caught fundamental ideas still applicable now. Many of us find great resonance in this idea, particularly when we examine how these energies affect wealth and health. Examining floor washing practices reveals something that goes beyond the physical cleanliness. Practiced with clearly defined goals and clear objectives, an apparently routine action gains new subtleties. If we pause to see, every element that comes into touch with this water changes. Your goal, your vitality, even the way your home glows after the ceremony. Not just for its capacity to clean, but also for its amazing ability to rejuvenate the vitality of the area. Water takes front stage in our domestic history. Consider water as a wonderful energy carrier and a means of expression for true goals and demands. Making this water is more than just mixing elements. Standing in front of a bucket and expressing thanks and goals is really charging the water with a vibration beyond the physical. The crucial point is that every time we approach this ritual, every idea and sensation we bring into the water becomes part of a symbolic cosmos, helping to change our environment. And it's amazing how little ceremonies like these could have a significant impact on our life, as well as that of our family members. Furthermore, amazing is the fact that we should pay attention to the phases of the moon, as lunar cycles clearly affect the energizing effect of surroundings. This helps me to realize how much we must be in touch with these natural cycles if we are to maximize these techniques. As the wisest advise us, choosing the correct time considerably increases the results of wealth and well-being. In this sense, the chore of cleaning the floor becomes more than just a household one. It becomes a ritual of rejuvenation and energy building. Thus, by pledging to include these rituals into our daily lives, we create chances to actively change the surroundings, thereby presenting a reality in which peace, health, and prosperity abound. Especially when done with respect and real connection to natural forces, this is a trip that may be very rewarding. Deeper exploration of this intriguing universe of energies and household rituals reveals that every ingredient and every action has particular meaning and significance. So ubiquitous and normal in our life, water turns out to be a great tool for change. Combining this essential component with our aspirations results in a type of alchemy beyond our everyday awareness. This habit of adding ideas and wishes to water fits spiritual traditions that stress the need of harmonizing our surroundings. This link enables us to build an environment that advances emotional and mental, as well as physical well-being. Making a connection with numerous civilizations from past times, we find that many of them valued the moon phases and guided their everyday and spiritual activities with them. This old knowledge shows how closely natural cycles and the energy in our houses interact. Examining the lunar cycles helps us to make sure that our actions complement the larger forces of the universe, therefore increasing the influence of them on our everyday life. This observation of natural cycles indicates a return to fundamentals, in which we recognize that the primal forces of nature still profoundly affect us, despite all technical achievements. It's amazing how the process of cleaning the floor, which many would see as something only practical, becomes a kind of energy rejuvenation. Approaching this little chore with focus and purpose provides a chance to link our physical surroundings with our spiritual one. It's like spinning an invisible cloak of plenty and security around our house. This occurs when every action carried with purpose has transforming power that shows itself in the visible and unseen domains. In this regard, it is not surprising that past generations handed on these secrets. They realized that, with the correct knowledge and perspective, even little adjustments in daily activities might have major effects. For those who really choose to start this road, therefore, cleaning the floor becomes a ritual, a means of changing their perspective on living environment. It reminds us that we have natural capacity to mold and change our surroundings, and thus, our life. This technique, therefore, is about creating a new energy pattern that echoes happiness, health, and abundance, not just about bodily cleaning. Remember when you start this road that every little detail, every idea and sensation matters. And with that, I ask everyone to investigate this technique open-mindedly and compassionately, so that this replenishing energy could produce a really harmonic household. We should understand the power of deliberate purpose as we keep exploring. This reminds us that, when we try to change our surroundings, our own energy is a basic instrument. Whether we are picking the correct time in view of the moon phases or preparing charged water, when we approach every chore with intention and determination, we create a little connection between our environment and our spirituality. This practice turns into active meditation, in which the actual act of cleaning the floor is imbued with increased awareness, therefore turning the physical environment into a haven of well-being. Apart from benefiting the energy of the house, this close relationship with the surroundings acts as a self-care tool. Understanding and respecting our surroundings will help us to immediately achieve emotional and mental equilibrium. Reminding us every day of the riches and wealth in our life, this harmony with home may foster a condition of continuous thankfulness. This virtuous loop supports our habitat's health as well as our spirit. The idea that such basic habits like cleaning the floor can have such a major influence is amazing. This old understanding and its current application show that wisdom is not lost, but rather develops to fit the subtleties of many ages. Though not obvious to the unaided eye, these spiritual traditions are part of an unseen network linking our everyday life with the global rules of harmony and balance. This also helps us to consider the need of being alert about the forces entering and staying in our house. Every placed piece, every idea developed in our environment, adds to the whole ambiance and directly affects our mood and way of life. Knowing these delicate relationships helps each of us to create an environment that reflects our most real wishes for wealth, pleasure, and health. The simplicity of these spiritual activities makes their power in including into our everyday life quite clear. There is no complicated secret formula. Rather, there is a set of daily activities performed with open heart and definite purpose. It reminds us that even the tiniest deeds may have significant effects on the energy around us, therefore influencing our experiences in ways we could never have thought of. It also inspires us to rethink the way we live and connect with our houses. Though basic, this path to household peace opens the door to a more balanced and contented existence. When we include these spiritual activities into our everyday routines, a different view of our interaction with the surroundings results. This knowledge motivates us to pay closer attention to little elements that affect our mental state. Every ritual, no matter how little, such as energizing water to clean the floor, is a statement of the transforming power we carry. This exercise helps us to be co-creators of our environment, therefore supporting the belief that our deliberate actions affect the world in which we live. In this sense, the home environment transforms from being just a physical location to a mirror of our inner path. Every nook and cranny of the home speaks to our most basic needs by means of an energetic and deliberate narrative. This close relationship to our house motivates us to treat our surroundings with the same attention and care we pay ourselves. Therefore, the purifying and energizing ceremony goes beyond the deed itself and becomes a whole practice including body, mind, and spirit. Seeing how the addition of deliberate rituals and practices alters the dynamics of a house is amazing. A harmonic surroundings might help us to change our viewpoint and provide everyone who shares the same place security and well-being. Time and effort spent to bring good energy into our house helps us to establish a holy place where the demands of the outer world are greeted with more peace and resilience. Thus, by adopting this historical knowledge and integrating it into our daily life, we are not only safeguarding customs, but also generating fresh approaches of engaging with the surroundings. This road of harmonizing the house pushes us to consider our decisions, goals, and the effects of our activities on our life and on people who share our space. It is a lifetime of learning process. One of the benefits of this approach is the customizing options. Every one of us may modify these ceremonies to fit our own needs and values so that every act of cleansing and energizing speaks to our most real self. This knowledge transforms the house into a real haven of endless opportunities where we may always regain the calm, happiness, and satisfaction we are looking for. Thus, the apparently basic habit of cleaning the floor becomes a profound emblem of change and rejuvenation, a daily reminder of the great possibilities every one of us has to mold a harmonic and rich house. We enter an energy and synchronicity universe over time that may drastically change our living space. Ancestral knowledge reveals that there are particular times of the lunar cycle when cleansing and energizing ceremonies are quite fitting. Among the most strong phases is the waxing moon phase. Energy is growing throughout this period and carries with it a natural expansion perfect for bringing harmony, health, and success into the house. It is the instant when the cosmos appears to be working in our favor, enabling the spread of everything we so much want in our life. To improve this process, one must carefully choose the days. Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays have different energy that fit exactly our objectives. Monday, the start of the week, is perfect for laying the groundwork of health and balance. Thus, by carrying out your ritual on that day, you are generating a positive magnetic field that advances emotional and physical stability in your house. Thursday marks financial expansion and plenty. This is the ideal day to focus financial energies and draw fresh riches prospects. At last, Saturday provides protective energy, acting as a barrier against negativity and probable hardships, therefore shielding the surroundings from any unwelcome impact. This meticulous attention to detail emphasizes the need of matching with natural forces, something our predecessors highly appreciated. In the same way that the enthusiasm of the crescent moon may increase our aspirations, the waning moon and Sundays demand care. During these moments, energy retracts, and the cleaning rituals conducted may not have the intended impact, or worse, may dissipate energies that we want to keep. This is a compelling reminder that rather than battling the cosmic tides, it is best to align ourselves with them, accepting the natural movements that govern our planet. By adopting this technique, we are truly respecting and honoring a tradition that has transcended decades, enabling old knowledge to lead us towards a more peaceful and protected existence. Knowledge regarding timing, or the choosing of certain days, proves to be a great tool for individuals who wish to live in harmony with the cosmos. When we tune into the moon cycle, we are not merely completing a boring cleaning activity, but rather partaking in a greater process of connecting with nature and her forces. It is a sign of respect and a potent method to draw favorable energy into our house, and by implication, into our life. As we prepare for the exercise, we remember that each step brings with it the possibility to permeate our area with pleasant vibrations, which will echo in our being and everything around us. It is the beginning of a journey of restoration and augmentation of the energy of our surroundings, which in turn drives our own growth and well-being. We realize as we go farther into getting ready for this practice that it is much more than just a basic housekeeping chore. It's about building an energy field that increases the vibration of our house, thereby influencing every resident. Every action offers a chance to introduce clear, good intentions, therefore turning the area into a storehouse of useful energy. By means of this ritual, we not only clean the surroundings but also establish a connection with our inner self and the natural forces, therefore enabling this synergy to lead us towards a higher good. Starting with mental preparation, the ritual must be performed precisely. It's an invitation to deep breathing, meditation, and making clear goals on what we want for our place. See the intended outcome, a house bursting with harmony, health, and wealth, before you even start. This mental process generates strong energy that starts to show itself physically in the area we are going to cleanse and invigorate. This is also a moment for us to consider what we really want to magnify in our life. So, these goals will be the compass along the process. Furthermore, very important is the selection of cleaning ingredients we employ, including herbs, essential oils, even crystals. Every one of these objects has energy qualities that might improve the aim of the ceremony. Lavender and rosemary, for instance, are well known for their purifying and protecting qualities. Sage and cedar are often used for thorough cleaning of bad energy. Including these components into daily life not only enhances the experience, but also generates a setting that connects with the frequencies we want to radiate. Not to overlook the thankfulness phase while completing the physical cleanse. Appreciating the energy that passes through us and our capacity to change our surroundings opens a path for additional benefits to enter our life. This thankfulness seals the rite with pleasant intentions that linger long after completion, therefore generating an energy of closure. She tells us that we always may return to that source of peace and rejuvenation we have created in our house, despite the ups and downs of life. Thus, when we commit ourselves to comprehending and using these techniques, we not only bring historic traditions into our everyday life, but also provide ourselves the chance to live in an environment where good energy flows naturally. It is a promise to the welfare of those we love, as well as to ourselves. Every time we follow this custom, we confirm our will to live in peace with the earth, therefore strengthening our link with natural cycles and enabling us to direct these energies in our individual and group path. This helps us to build not just a balanced house, but also a mirror of the interior harmony we hope for. We start to see minute but significant changes in our surroundings and in ourselves as we include all these techniques into our daily life. Every cleaning practice shows how these revitalized energies affect our everyday contacts, mental and emotional state, and even our relationships. Previously just a physical location, the home transforms into a haven of good energy, where we may shield ourselves from the tumult of the outside world. Constant and deliberate practice of this cleaning and rejuvenating routine over time has cumulative effects. We seem to be layer by layer creating a fortitude of safety and well-being all around us. We emphasize that it is mostly about creating rich ground for good forces to flourish, rather than just about eliminating negative energy. Like the phases of the moon, this process is cyclical and calls both constant determination to enjoy the benefits of this harmony and patience. Many people start this road as just a means of enhancing the surroundings for their house, but it usually starts a trip realizing the great link between our spiritual development and our personal space. Every ritual reminds us that our daily experience is shaped by our choices on both little and major aspects of life. This awareness helps us to see every cleaning action as a chance to examine our aim and goal, therefore revitalizing our will to live deliberately. The most exquisite thing of all is that everyone can engage in this activity. It requires the determination to match natural forces and provide room for the interior and outside to align in perfect harmony, not complicated tools or arcane knowledge. Embracing this path helps us to become real co-creators, able to change the energy fabric around us, not just passive players in life. Having this experience of house transformation motivates us to keep learning new things and investigate fresh approaches of relating with the surroundings. Every waxing moon and every new phase of the ceremony serve to remind us of our goal to create an environment that not only meets our physical requirements, but also nurtures our spirit. This cycle of education and experience then creates a rich tapestry of events that leads us toward a complete and real existence. Where previously we may have sensed detachment or disorder, today a feeling of balance and tranquility blooms, developing daily. It reminds us that we have the knowledge and ability to design a world that really speaks to the best of our intents and goals, regardless of our location or the obstacles we encounter. We find that the effects of this practice transcend our four-bedroom house as we hone it in our daily life. It starts to reach our social, work, and even spiritual contacts, thus shaping our perspective on the surroundings. Though they may not know where this transformation came from, the people around us see the lightening and acceptance in our presence. We start to be shining sources of good energy, radiating harmony and peace that naturally draws other-like frequencies. This path of balancing the house and our own energy allows us to consider more closely how we interact with universal forces. We start to value little moments of tranquility and beauty that we come across in daily life more. Precisely. This knowledge helps us to search for more real and meaningful relationships with our loved ones, therefore fostering an ongoing circle of love and reciprocity. Every custom, every lunar phase we value and respect helps us to better connect with time and natural cycles. We learn the wisdom of letting these rhythms govern our life instead of fighting them. This flow helps us to accept that life has ups and downs, to trust the process, and to see that every phase serves a different function in our development. Originally, a quest to balance our physical environment, what starts out as such transforms into a road of self-knowledge and discovery. We find that our well-being is naturally connected to the surroundings, which we sometimes see as apart from them. This insight reveals great personal power, as it lets us know we can influence not just our surroundings, but also our destiny. This never-ending cycle of education and renewal keeps us involved and motivated to search even more for knowledge and insight. The procedure brings us delight, as it celebrates the vital energies and energy that pervade everything, not as a chore to do. Every new moon, every habit that helps us to reconnect to these natural cycles, brings us closer to the life we really want to live and the person we want to be. Therefore, when we consider this cycle of rebirth and development, we realize that the real magic is in our dedication to be present, in our willingness to learn and develop, and in the love we plant into every deed, no matter little. The road goes on, and every step inspires us to live with more awareness, purpose, and passion, therefore embracing the infinite possibility of a harmonic future. One cannot stress the value of a house in perfect peace as we get ready for the cleaning ceremony. Undervaluated. Selecting the appropriate time enables one to establish a closer relationship with the energies existing in the surroundings, therefore enabling a peace that permits a real openness to the rejuvenation process. Opening all the windows turns become a necessary action initially. This not only encourages the flow of fresh air, but also helps to liberate sluggish energy, therefore substituting new, energetic forces for the surroundings, almost like a revitalizing breath for the earth. We discover a basic component for this ritual in the water preparation process. Though usually regarded as a strong cleanser, salt acts in many levels. Choosing genuine sea salt or unprocessed coarse salt guarantees the cleansing not only of physical contaminants, but also of energy bonds possibly present. Setting intentions, health, prosperity, well-being, elevates the quality of the salt water and charges it with the essence of our most pure wishes while it is getting ready. Turning now to floor cleaning, we see that this little deed transcends mere hygienic behavior. A holy rite of rejuvenation, cleansing releases perhaps stored bad energy. Beginning from the farthest part of the home, we gently approach the main door to represent the deliberate and careful elimination of everything that is unwelcome. This method nearly seems as if each mop reactivates the energy field of the living area, as picturing a brilliant, dazzling light illuminating every part of the home gives more warmth and prosperity. Words of power are very important in this process of consolidation of goals. Repeating words like, "With this water, all problems dissolve, and well-being is established," helps one to focus the energy influence of the gesture. Repetition 3 times is like a mantra, projecting a force that harmonizes and improves the ritual, a practice that reinforces our intention and seals our purpose with the power and clarity the occasion demands. At the conclusion of the procedure, appropriate water disposal becomes rather important. This water needs to be carefully eliminated as it has caught all the refined negativity from the surroundings. Dumping the water on far-off ground, ideally far from the house, allows the unwelcome forces to really fade. In cases where this is not feasible, deliberately emptying the water down the drain guarantees that everything is, in fact, permanently dissolving, therefore reducing energy waste. With this, we conclude the first portion of the ritual, therefore creating a clean and nourished ground, ready for the following step of amplification and consolidation of the benevolent energies previously created. Once the first step of the cleaning process is over, one starts to clearly experience relief and fresh space. This is evidence of the ability our intentions, along with age-old customs, may show in our everyday surroundings. Still, it's just starting point. As if we were tending newly dug soil for a new season of planting, preparing the surroundings for the next level of amplification calls for a careful, conscious approach. We may incorporate more ingredients that enhance and magnify fresh energies in this continuous road of harmonizing. Using aromatherapy, that is, using essential oils like lavender for serenity, rosemary for protection, or orange for vitality, can be a great approach to fill the surroundings with happy vibes. Not only does diffusing these fragrances accentuate physical cleanliness, but it also makes us happier and promotes a joyful and well-being. Natural noises, including bird song or the movement of a stream of water, or music, may also help to guarantee that energies keep flowing favorably. These sound vibrations act as a recalibration of the energy field of the house, adjusting it to frequencies that inherently foster peace and tranquility. Selecting each sound with great care helps us to connect to our environment, therefore establishing a haven of peace and harmony. Even more, adding natural components like crystals or plants will help the space's vitality to be sustained constantly. Plants provide a link to nature that replenishes and energizes, as they may boost ambient vibration and clean the air. Conversely, gemstones like quartz, amethyst, or citrine will increase aspirations of peace, protection, and wealth, respectively. Placing them in crucial areas where energies sometimes stall helps to maintain a continuous flow. One notes an increase in understanding of the greater significance of the ritual as each layer of energy is gently pushed through and supported. We get increasingly sensitive not just to the physical surroundings, but also to the spiritual dimension we are always co-creating. This practice reflects our want to include harmony and well-being into all spheres of our life by means of a constant dance with the energy around us. It is not a one-time event. Every ritual helps us discover and grow more into our own ability for change and creativity. Every activity reminds us of our dedication to a life based in conscious purpose, in which we aim not only to clean the physical environment, but also primarily to raise our own energy. We therefore keep on this road, open and responsive to the teachings every cycle offers, loving, clear, and purposeful nourishment of our space and spirit. Deeper parts of our own spirituality are discovered when we learn more about these energy rites. They are not just about cleaning and rejuvenating the surroundings. Every practice turns into a moving meditation, a reflective time when we could assess and change our objectives and goals. This experience helps us to be present, totally engaged in every action, word, intention we send towards our surroundings and ourselves. This link is crucial for our spiritual development, as it reminds us always of the inherent link between our inner energy and the surroundings we live in. We come to see, as we keep including these techniques into our daily life, that genuine change starts from the inside out and reflects our most real and balanced condition in the outer world. This insight helps us to see the power we have to influence our life events by means of deliberate decisions based on well-defined goals. Little adjustments we make along the road provide a feeling of control and direction we would not have otherwise recognized. This helps us to realize the whole effect of every good decision we make, therefore enabling us to approach other facets of life with the same focused and attentive attitude. Whether in the manner we treat our bodies, we nurture our relationships, or grow personally and professionally, the core of this ritual pervades all spheres of our life. Therefore, we have the chance to develop a great feeling of thankfulness as we keep discovering and enjoying the benefits of the ritual of cleansing and energy replenishment. Thank you for being in sync with the forces of nature, continuously changing on our spiritual path, and for being able to design areas of peace and wealth. This feeling motivates and strengthens us, therefore guiding us clearly and hopefully forward. The ritual is ultimately a representation of our deeper need to live in harmony with the surroundings, not just a series of doable activities. He asks us to welcome the limitless possibilities within us and help us to build a reality fit for love, peace, and plenty we are meant to live with. By means of this ongoing practice, we discover that the actual core of spirituality is found in the simplicity of living with meaning and purpose, in contact with all that is. This spiritual path reminds us continuously the beauty of simplicity and the depth it may offer to our life. Including these ceremonies into our everyday routines helps us to find levels of significance often lost in the turmoil of contemporary life. But even little deeds taken with thought and purpose become into holy deeds. This view helps us to see the connectivity of all entities and energy, therefore changing our interaction with our environment. We are changing our internal space as well as our physical environment going ahead. Energy cleaning and rejuvenation captures the fundamental human need to achieve balance and order, to get back to a basic condition of purity that speaks to our own self. This alignment helps us to be clear and focused, therefore enabling us to negotiate life's difficulties and uncertainties with greater confidence and resilience. The rigorous application of these rites supports a cycle of spiritual development that transcends the apparent and motivates us to investigate fresh ideas and belief systems that could deepen our perspective of the universe. This curiosity helps us to expand our horizons, learn from many civilizations and traditions, seeking harmony between body, mind, and spirit for millennia. Every experience and education reinforces our dedication to this evolutionary road, thereby building a knowledge spanning millennia. These ceremonies also help us to keep in mind the value of the society and the human relationship. By sharing these methods and their good vibes with friends, relatives, or even our larger community, we may create a tsunami of change beyond our own life. Being eager to teach and grow personally from others builds a network of mutual support, wherein everyone benefits from the constant flow of essential energy, sustaining our shared well-being. As we travel this spiritual path, we get more conscious of how our activities affect the planet, and this motivates us to live in peace and with regard for the surroundings. This conscience extends our obligations to treat the earth in the same manner that we treat our own environments. We find methods to pay back Mother Nature for what she provides, either by means of environmentally friendly living or attempts to preserve the natural beauty all around. Therefore, the positive energy cycle sustains not only our own existence, but also the viability of our planet. Ultimately, the practice of these ceremonies reveals that the real meaning of spirituality is found in the harmony between the dedication to world well-being and personal hygiene. This knowledge helps us to build a legacy of love, compassion, and harmony, anchored not just in our own life, but also in the fabric of reality we all share. We are invited to always renew our dedication to live in a manner that represents the best of our individual and communal nature, just as the cleaning routine revitalizes and renews the surroundings. One striking and significant feature is the introduction of a candle flame. The candlelight is a tangible expression of the regeneration and spiritual clarity we want to bring into our house, not just a basic illumination source. We decided to magnify the regeneration energy in our life while selecting a candle for fresh starts. Letting this candle burn to the end is not only a sign of patience, but also a promise that the good energy generated stays intact and active, always serving our protection and heating the surroundings. Interact with things in our house to discover their latent energy dimension. This relationship not only serves a useful purpose, but also extends our goal to name our refuge health, wealth, and pleasure. Placing golden coins at the four corners of your house shows a clear and powerful purpose, therefore generating a magnetic field for financial success. By verbalizing money flows like a river, my house is their refuge, this goal is strengthened, and the financial vibration of the surroundings is palpably raised. Protection is a continuous issue, particularly in regard to outside pressures. Consequently, a conventional and efficient approach is to place a little mirror on the front door. Apart from decoration, this mirror reflects bad energies that can attempt to enter its area, therefore providing an energy barrier. The perfect working of the mirror depends on its cleanliness and cracking-free capability. Before hanging it, purifying it with salt water guarantees that it is ready to play its protective duty by filtering and stopping the entrance of unwelcome vibrations that might compromise the peace of the home. Maintaining a lively and healthy environment and consolidating important energy depend on include live components like plants. Natural qualities of cleansing and peace abound in plants such bamboo and the Danian tree. Placing them in sunny locations not only brings life and beauty into our surroundings, but also increases the range of their useful qualities. These plants support and enhance the peace and health of the area where they live, therefore safeguarding the energy balance. We create a strong platform for the ongoing expression of well-being, with the energy restored and securely anchored via these factors. This process is dynamic. It needs constant maintenance and active participation to guarantee that these energies keep flowing and developing. The third step consists in activities that maintain and enhance this newborn peace and prosperity, so enabling our house not only a physical haven, but also a real spiritual sanctuary, so feeding and strengthening all people who live there. We open the path for a richer and more spiritually linked life, where wealth and tranquility are always friends, as we encounter this dynamic interaction between environment and purpose. This road of encouragement and growth of good energy presented in our environment starts to realize that our house is a projection of ourselves. Everything, plant and custom, may mirror our inner condition and goal. Thus, it is important to develop a habit of constant attention and care, where every everyday action corresponds with the aim to maintain the energetically balanced area. Maintaining this life force calls for harmonic integration of body and soul. Daily meditation or thoughtful time set aside to just be in the surroundings might magnify already developed objectives. Connect with the energy you have already generated. Let your mind see this energy flowing freely and continually regenerating, exactly like continuous breaths of the cosmos throughout these tranquility periods. We therefore not only preserve it, but also stimulate the original goals, thereby enabling its development throughout time. Another crucial energy maintenance method is activating thankfulness. Thank you for the space we have, for the little but significant objects all around us, for every element unique to our house. As you go around your house, send thanks for ideas around your corner. This will help your house to be a field of receptivity and kind energy. This little but profound deed speaks to the cosmos, its openness to keep receiving blessings and success at a spiritual level. Including quiet music, mantras, or songs into the surroundings not only maintains vibrations, but also constantly cleans the place. Playing music that speaks to your aspirations and spirits helps you to improve the energy matrix of your house, as sounds have a special capacity to transfer and convert energy. This exercise serves as a continual audible reminder of the harmonic and balanced surroundings you are building, therefore helping to remove any traces of inertia or negativity that may have returned. Eventually, consistent reorganizing and item reevaluation in our physical surroundings may give space fresh vitality. Move them to other locations or even spend some time analyzing the emotional significance each item has. Freshness and rejuvenation follow from this. This actual movement of components also represents the will to always be changing and growing. Simple but deliberate modifications in our physical environment might represent inner development and a want to adapt and flourish in response to the always shifting obligations and benefits of life. We not only tend to physical space but also commit ourselves to ongoing and beneficial engagement with the spirit world as we accept these activities as a natural part of our daily life. Eventually, the surroundings we design in our house mirror the harmony and calm we yearn for on within. Treating this environment with love, respect, and deliberate purpose provides a haven not just for ourselves, but also for all others who are lucky enough to access our hallowed ground. Living in line with these ideas helps us to discover not just a road of spiritual development, but also a road of self-awareness that feeds our most basic nature. We start to see that this practice transcends the boundaries of our house. We keep tending to this holy and energizing area inside of it. It affects our own personal energy, and hence our interactions with the environment, thereby transcending physical space. We carry this good vibration in all we do, in all the contacts we have, and in every choice we make when we keep a harmonic and nourished surroundings. This echoing energy improves our relationships, output, even our mental and spiritual well-being. Every act of kindness strengthens our link with the place we chose to live in and helps us throughout uncertain times. These roots remind us that we need an equally supporting energy environment to bloom, just like a plant requires rich soil and sunshine. Making this space is not just a useful habit, but also a continual dance between the physical and the spiritual, the concrete and the ethereal, where deliberate activity produces spiritual and personal development. Furthermore, the dedication to have an energetically balanced house helps us to understand the inevitable flow and impermanence of life. We understand that, just as energy moves and develops, we have to learn to be adaptive and flexible so that our views and methods could alter when called for. This allows us the liberty to investigate new approaches and customs that appeal to us, therefore guiding our spiritual road in line with our changing wants and experiences. Either by lighting a candle at dawn, meditating, or just spending some quiet time, tiny daily rituals help us to stay rooted and deliberately present. These events are priceless as they help us to remember the goal we started to pursue and the motivation for our decision to start this road of self-discovery and spiritual healing. Every little act of kindness we do not only enhances the strong energies in our house, but also helps us to establish close connection with the biggest circle of life around. As we consider the energy we produce and sustain at the end of the day, the feeling of belonging and direction satisfies us. Harmonizing our space and our life helps us to realize that real serenity and success result from ongoing engagement with our own soul, with the surroundings we create and the people we choose to travel with. Thus, when we adopted this whole perspective to life, we find not only the depth of the human spirit, but also the beauty of being a living representation of the world in continuous growth and connection. Real magic, we discover on this ongoing path of development and connection, is in the simplicity of everyday life. We develop a vivid and long-lasting vigor in little details and in purposeful deeds. Feeding our house and spirit with love and purpose helps us to gather the results of a life rich in harmony and significance. Every morning is a fresh chance for us to reaffirm our goals and deepen our relationship with the planet we decide to live on. As this habit takes front stage in our life, we transcend worldly constraints and enters a kingdom where our view of reality fits our spiritual beliefs. We know that our house is a living area full of everyday interactions and activity, not just a physical refuge. Developing this awareness helps us not only to design a lovely and friendly home, but also a life that is a magnificent monument of our more profound needs and goals. Walking through every room and place, we are invited to rethink as every component may speak to our perspective of a more harmonious planet. We ask ourselves how every decision we make reflects not just our own style, but also our pledges to sustainability, fairness, and inner serenity. This never-ending inquiry forces us to reconsider our behavior, our rituals, even our contacts, thereby fostering a way of life that not only nourishes, but also motivates everyone around to find their own spiritual truth. We develop more inner serenity and confidence as this road forward. By means of our dedication to energy maintenance and continuous presence, we enable complete blossoming of our being. Knowing that every step is supported by a strong and energetic base we create with care and intention, so we are in sync with life and the universe and move with grace and ease. This assurance helps us to welcome the unfamiliar with an open heart and fresh interest. At last, when we consider what we have accomplished on our spiritual road, we have to realize that we are the guardians of our own energy wellness, as well as the creators. Always expecting the best, always in quest of light and harmony, it is a never-ending task that urges us to review, edit, and refresh continually. Every little act of kindness honors our unbreakable relationship with the energy that molds and defines us. And with that, we are forever appreciative of the self-discovery trip that has grown more brilliant and important than the last one.